channel. If you are new to this channel, subscribe this channel labs and be a top 3% of your circle. In this video, we will learn about the SQL basics and practical knowledge. Before diving into practical knowledge, we will discuss about something about the theory part, like what is SQL, what is database, how tables will work, and SQL commands with example. So what is SQL? SQL is a structured query language, like it is used to communicate with the database. So think like of it is in language to talk to the database. How we can communicate with other countries, we use the English. Like the database is in some, imagine like it is a country that which we can talk to that English language as a SQL. It is known as structured query language. So I am giving the command like show me all students in the database. So what it is giving the command to the database through structured query language. So what we can do with SQL, we can use storing the data, retrieve data, update data, and delete the data also. A database is an organized collection of data stored electronically. In previous days, like for example police station, doctors, and everywhere they maintain a hard copies like files, but now everything is updated. So that's why it is called as collection of data stored electrically. A database like digital storage room, information organized, easily accessible whenever we need. And one of the biggest advantages, we can share with everyone this databases. And real life example, college, that the student records in a college. For example, when we go to this college fees, then how they can know that is the your roll number and your ID. So based on they check on database, so how much you need to pay, it will know everything. And bank, customer information, Amazon, that product details on Amazon, Instagram, user profiles. So why we use database? A large amount of data, easily accessed information, and secure and reliable. And why databases are used? That help that organization manage information efficiently. Imagine a college with thousands of students. A database helps with manage them. So imagine without a database, the student records may be stored in multiple files in multiple rooms, so leading to the confusion and inconsistency, and it takes a lots of time to search the particular student. And with a database, all records are stored in one organized location and making access fast and reliable and available in everywhere. So what are the benefits of database? Store data safely, retrieve information quickly, reduce duplicates data, manage large amount of information. So how table will work? So data inside a database, it's stored in a tables. The tables look similar to spreadsheets that which we use in Word and Excel sheets. The tables are building blocks of database. So if someone asks how tables will work, they just say that tables are the building blocks of database. They organize information in a structured format through rows and columns. Here it is an example of student table. Here the student ID, name, and age. So it is organized in a very particular manner. So rows and columns. Columns describe the type of data, while rows contains the actual information. Understanding the rows columns is a fundamental to working with databases. If you understand that rows and columns, so you can understand that fundamentals how to work with the SQL and databases. So for example, if I stored the Rahul and along with his age and its student ID, so how we can stored in a student table? So here it is a visual representation of student name and age. So this we can call as columns, and this we can call as rows. Here the rows represent the individual records, means particular person. Here Rahul details is one row and Priya details in another row, and columns separated categories. So these we can consider as categories for name, student ID, and age. So what is the actual flow? When we send an SQL query to the database, for example when user request and we write a SQL query, for example select start from students, the database process the query and return the result. So this is the actual SQL database flow. So SQL commands and types. So we are the beginners. So first we will learn about DDL, DML, and DQL. SQL commands are grouped into categories like DTL, create the structures, means data definition language. It is used to create the structure. DML means data manipulation language. It changes the data inside in the table. DQL, data query language. So what it means, so it is create. When we want to create the new table, we use the create table. So when we want to alter the table, means we need to resize the table, so we can use the table. If you want to delete some particular thing, so we can use the drop. In data manipulation language, it is used to modify data. For example, if you want to insert, or if we inserted but wrongly, so you need to update. For that, update command and delete. DQL, data query language, it is used to select the statements. So for example, select start from students. So now we dive into the practical knowledge. For example, if I want to create a table, so just write a command of create table and name of the table. So I'm giving like students. That's it. So it is used to create the table of create command. So here this is the syntax of to create the table. So here we need to pass some parameters, means what type of data you want to insert in the table. For example, I want to insert in the student ID. Okay. So numbers, which is simply called as integers. Okay. And name which I want to enter the student name. So it is an varchar, means characters. So for characters, we need to give the size 30. It means each character does not must beyond the 30. Okay. And age, I want to give age, which is also a number. So simply I'm giving as an integer. So when I try to run this, the message means the table is created. So our now the table is created. If we want to see our table, see that, for that select command is used. Select start from students. See, now table is created with the help of student ID, name and age. Okay. Now for a, now second command is in DDL alter. If we created and you want to add some more parameter, how you will add? So here that alter command will use alter table and the name of the table students. Students. Okay. Now if you want to add the email of the student, just click the add. Okay. Add and name of the column email, and it is a data type. Enough. And size of the data type 40. And run this one. So what output came? Altered table. It means our table is altered. So we can check again. Select start from students. What it returned? It returned that how many parameters are in our table. See, now email is also added. So like this alter command is used to alter the table. If we want to create few more parameters in the table, we use that alter command. Okay, simply. Now we want to delete the table. Okay, for the delete the table, we can use the drop command. So here I'm putting the drop. Okay, drop, and you want to delete the table of student. Okay, simply see drop table. When I click to see the table, select start from students. It means relation student does not exist. What does it mean? It means the student table is deleted in our database now. So just run this command again. Now the table will be created again. If you want to see that table again, table view, select start from students. See, now table is created. So this is how that data definition language commands create, alter, drop, truncate and rename. So rename is used to change the name of the table, and truncate is used to, I will explain in later. Okay. Now diving into the data manipulation language, the name itself it have manipulation, means we need to manipulate the data which are in the existing table. Okay. It have also four commands: insert, update, delete and select. Okay, now you created the table, then how you will insert into the table students. So here that insert command will work. Insert into which table you want to insert into students. Okay, what you want to insert values, insert into student values. So this is the syntax to insert the student values in the student table. Okay, and you need to remember this thing mainly. So first student ID, you need to enter that student ID. Okay, I'm entering as a 1. Next, that name of varchar. So I'm entering the name which is Krishna. Okay, for example, and age is 22. If you try to run this, it will give error. Why? Because the strings we need to must put in the quotation marks every time, and integers will leave as it is. Okay, and semicolon. When I try to run this table, it will insert the data in the table. See, inserted at 0th column at 1 row. Query returned successfully. If you want to see now student ID, we inserted one name as Krishna and age is 22. So this is how insert command is used to insert the table in the database. Now Now another thing is select command that we already know. But what does it mean? The select command is used to view the table, which is all data in our database. Next thing is update. And you enter the wrong name, and you enter the wrong name or wrong age or wrong ID. Then how you will update? By using that update command simply. Just write that update. Which table you want to update? Students. Okay. And if I want to change the age, first we need to set that age equal to new one, 23. And where you want to insert, you just given the student and you just given that which table enough, but you where you want to insert, here we need to insert by using that where command, where that student ID, you need to make sure this column must be same. Student ID equal to 1. So what does it mean? It will go to first the student ID 1 and set age equal to 20, 22 in place of 23. Enough. Just run the command. Updated and query returned successfully. Again, you want to see, just select the select start from students and write and run this query. See now that age is 23. Before that it is 22. Now you want to insert the few more students. Okay, just insert like this, and I'm giving the name of 2, ID, and 3, and I'm changing the name of Krishna to Prem, and this one as Shanu. Now I'm giving that age is different things, and just this run to queries. Now simply inserted our data. Again, you want to view, just run this command, select star from students. It will show the how many data in our table. See, Krishna, Prem, and Shanu. Now you want to delete that Prem in this table. Okay. For that, we need to use that delete command. Delete from students. Again, you want to delete which one? Prem. So you need to select any one of the column name, which is student ID, name or age, anything. Okay, here I'm using that student ID, where student ID, where student underscore ID is equals to 2. Now what it will say, go to the first, second and delete that record of that student. Just run this one. Sorry, I written the spelling mistake. Yes, now it will work. Yes, deleted one student. Just check that it is deleted or not. Yes, it is deleted. So simply now we learn about DDL commands and DML commands also, data manipulation language and data definition language. Now we will dive into that Yes, now coming into the TCL language, it means transition control language. Majorly when we using the phone pays everywhere, this must be compulsory. Okay, so TCL, what does it mean? It means transition control language. It have three commands: commit, rollback, and save point. That commit, what is the purpose? It saves the changes permanently, and rollback, which is undo the statement. So now we will just dive into the practical knowledge. So I'm using that simply update students, and I'm putting the set age, for example, set age equal to 24, and where that student ID is equals to 1. And I'm writing the one more message here, commit, right? So just run this all these commands. Sorry, spelling mistake. There is no transaction in progress. It means, but it is committed. See, now let's check that. What is that? What we changed? So now where the student ID is equals to 1, it must be set to the 24. Okay, that we seen. Now that changes are which is saved in permanently. Okay, now I want to one step before what I was done. Okay, so what you will do, simply just update students and set age is equals to 30, and where student ID is equals to 1. Okay, now what it will do, let's see what it will do. Okay, I'm writing details as rollback. Now see, before that it is 24, but I'm setting. Let me check what is the errors. Sorry, I put it here as semicolon. Huh. Now just run this command, including which is rollback. No transition progress, and it is still and rollback also. Okay. See now, it is 24 only. Why it does not change? Why? Because when we use that commit, it is used to save the data which is permanently, and someone want to change the data which is update command, so it will not affect. If it is affect, just we can directly run it is as rollback. Now what does it will do? It will just roll back what the changes done beforely. Okay, simply. Now that if for example, yeah, we need to save at particular point, just we use that save point and students update. Okay, just run this command and just check this one again. It means at particular update it will save that point which is as given in the previous one. Okay, so in this video we will learn about data definition language, data manipulation language, and transition control language. So the DDL is which will work on structure, and data manipulation language will work on data, and TCL language work on transitions. And we see that the examples also create, alter, insert, update, and select commands. And purpose of this thing in DDL is definition database. It is used to define the database, and DML is managing or manipulation the record, and transition control is control the transactions. That's enough for today. So subscribe for the Shanu Labs.